Hey, what's good? It's Occult Class, episode...
Oh, it's me, 11.
Oh my Jesus.
No, because you started it again like how we're not supposed to start it.
Who made these rules?
Who
made these rules written in stone? I don't see them. I don't see the 10 occult commandments on my desk. So it's 11? I didn't know it was 11.
It's 11, yeah.
That's 11 more than I thought it was.
Really?
No. I thought it was 10, actually.
Oh, last week was 10. Obviously.
And next week's 12.
Whoa, it's almost like it comes in consecutive order.
Can we skip one once?
No, that's stupid.
That'd be cool, though.
I mean,
We'll have to
technically
skip
we did
13
skip
'cause it's
one
scary.
because of April, right? April Fools?
Oh, right, that doesn't have a number.
Yeah. So we're technically at
weird.
at 12, but it's 11.
Well, are you excited for episode 11?
I am. Who wants to start?
Let's flip a coin. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 5.
That's not how
Take
flipping
guess
a
if
coin works.
If you guess the right number, you're first. Here you go, guess.
What numbers?
1 through 5.
1 through 5? It's a 3.
You got it. Go ahead. You first.
Wait, was it actually right?
Yeah, it was 3.
That's hilarious. So I actually chose more of a story than a creature.
Oh.
I've been recently... My friend recently got her PlayStation
This is
3
about
working.
Okami, isn't it, huh?
So she ended up
Fucking
getting to
God.
play Okami for the first time, the HD one. And then I got my PlayStation 2 version of it working, so I started playing it, and I'm like, you know what? I've never read the story of Orochi. Like, I know Orochi's a character, or like a monster in the series, but I know that he's also a monster in Japanese lore, so I wanted to like actually look into that. And the full name is actually Yamato no Orochi.
Is he like an 8-headed snake?
He's a 8-headed, 8-tailed serpent dragon.
Ah, nice.
Really annoying. So Mukashi, Susanoo, the god of storms, was banished from heaven after tricking his sister Amaterasu and descended to earth at Mountain Torikama at the head of the Hi River in Izumo province in Shimane Prefecture. There's a lot of Japanese going to be saying in this. When he followed up the river, he found an elderly couple of gods named Ashinazuchi and Tenazuchi. I should probably enunciate it more. And they were crying. So he asked, "Why are you crying?" And they told him that once they had once had 8 daughters, but every year the 8-headed serpent, or 8-headed and 8-tailed serpent, Yamato no Orochi, demanded one as a sacrifice. So each year they've asked to eat their daughters, basically. Now they're down to their last daughter named Kushinada Hime. So first off, there's so many parallels because the character, there is Susanoo. Susanoo is a character in Okami. And there's a character who's like, she works in the rice fields, but her name is Kushi. So already we're...
So it's not really parallels, it's references.
Well, yeah, references, yeah. I guess, yeah, it's all references, not parallels. Though Susanoo in Okami just really hates the dog character, like the wolf character that you play as. Just really hates it. Finds you very annoying. Because he's a lazy butt. And I've always hated Susanoo as a character, but it turns out he's actually a dick god. So I have reason to hate him. So it's on the 8th year, so Orochi will soon demand a sacrifice, and that will be Kushinada Hime. So Susanoo was like, "Yo, I am the eldest brother of Amaterasu, and do you want me to like kill this thing for you?" And he's like, "But if I defeat it, can I marry your daughter? So they're like, yeah, whatever, sure. So then he set off to fight Orochi. But before that, he turned Kushinada Hime into a comb. And it's funny because Kushi in Okami, her hair is shaped like a comb. Like, her design is based off of a Japanese style hair comb. Then he puts the comb Kushinada Hime into his hair. And then he tells the parents to build a large fence with 8 gates. And each gate is raised, or they have a raised platform, and on each platform is a vat. And in the vat, they filled it with extremely strong sake. And then, they waited for Orochi. They basically, like, planted their trap. Orochi arrives, but then notices the sake and then, like, gets drunk and falls super asleep. And while it's asleep, Susanoo cuts Orochi into tiny pieces with his sword. The sword is called Totsuka no Tsurugi. And it said that there was so much blood from the battle. Not really a battle, because the other one was asleep. But there's so much blood that the Hi River turned red. Because it flowed with so much of Orochi's blood. When Susanoo got down to the 4th tail, his sword shattered. And when he was investigating what had broken his sword on the tail, he found another sword stuck in Orochi. And the sword was the legendary katana Kusanagi no Tsurugi. Which is, I don't know, I've never heard of it, but it's apparently a legendary sword. After defeating Yamato no Orochi, he offered Amaterasu the Kusanagi no Tsurugi. And then she was like, okay, all is forgiven. You can come back to heaven now. And this sword is a real sword. The Kusanagi no Tsurugi. It's actually passed down from generation to generation in the imperial line of Japan. Along with 2 other pieces of... I didn't actually look up one. But one of the other pieces is a mirror called the Yata no Kagami. And then there's a jewel called Yasakani no Makatama. But at least for me, like, knowing that the mirror is the same mirror that Amaterasu, the wolf version, has on her back. Which is super cool. And the jewel, I do not know. I also don't have my phone on me. So I can't really look it up. And the sword that they recovered from Orochi's tail is to be said, or it's safeguarded in the Atsuta Shrine in Nagoya. So it's still there, which is pretty neat. But yeah, that is my story of the Yamato no Orochi. Any questions? I kind of just like...
No.
No? Any questions about Okami?
No, not at all.
Do any of you have questions about Okami? I'm willing to answer any of them.
Okami's old. Nobody wants to play that old game. The only thing that matters now is God of Boy. The new hotness.
Yeah.
Okami's the old busted. God of Boy's the new hotness.
Dead of War.
That has badder monsters in it. Ooh, scary. It's got trolls and ogres and stuff. That's where we're at nowadays.
Yeah, that's all for my current topic. I have 2 topics, but the other one's really small.
The other one's teeny.
Teeny. What about you? What's your topic?
Approximately 4 feet high, incredibly thin, armless, humanoid with long legs. They're all white and appear to be wearing some sort of pants or sheet. Or maybe it's flappy skin. It's the Fresno Nightcrawlers, aka Fresno aliens.
I love these guys.
They're, fun fact, one of the cutest cryptids
They're very
that you can see.
Creepy and cute at the same time. I love them.
There are 2 video recordings of these beasts. 1, Fresno, California. 2, Yosemite National Park.
Yosemite National Park?
No, Yosemite Sam is a man with a mustache.
I know.
Yosemite National Park has bears in it.
Yeah.
There are, as all cryptids, there are 4 explanations. 1, it's a hoax. Classic. 2, it's an alien. Also classic. 3, a cryptid. Or 4, I like this one, a ghost.
You know, I could see that though.
The ghost one I like because that's why it's white and flappy like a sheet. It's because it's a ghost.
Exactly.
The animal, it's like a weird bug. Alien, it's an alien wearing space pants. And a hoax, it's a puppet, you know.
God.
Yeah, I gotta wear my space
I got
pants.
all
How else do I
space
travel
pants,
through the
Zoe.
dimensions? My space pants,
My space
Christine.
pants. Oh my god.
Alright, the original sighting
Mhm.
was a video recording.
Mm-hmm.
A family set up a security camera above their garage because at night their doggos would barko, and that made them maddo. So they planted a trap, and it recorded something. They looked it up in the morning. It revealed some strange white creatures fucking just creeping across the street. They turned it to the police, and the police were like, I don't know what the fuck this is. And they went, oh. But then the news, they got their hands on it. And it went viral, so everybody knows about them now. But the family is anonymous because...
They don't want to be ridiculed.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't want anyone to know that I found these fucking pants.
Yeah, because that
These
means that
ghost
people would just
pants.
come to your house, right?
Oh yeah, they're setting up outside looking for the pant ghosts.
Yeah.
And then your dogs would be barking all the time, like, holy shit.
It'd be worse.
One theory, due to being Fresno, is an interesting theory.
Mm-hmm.
The night crawlers are straight from from Native American folklore.
I did see something about that with like the wooden
Yeah.
figures or whatever.
Well, according to some tribe members that live near Fresno, the crawlers are beings that have always, more or less, lived here on Earth before humans. According to their myths, they have big long legs because they come from the swamp world. So they have stork legs to, avoid the swamp.
Uh-huh.
They ventured here to reconnect humans to the natural world and bring peace.
Aw.
Yeah, that's really nice. The thing that's neat about that is the story's been around before
Before.
the crawlers.
Okay.
So that could either mean the story was made for the hoax, or B, it's just, ooh, what a coinky dink, or C, they're real ghosts. But yeah, you bring up those wood carvings, and there's like 3 or 4 pictures of these. They're basically, it's like a piece of driftwood. So there's 2 big ass branches, and on the top there's a little carved head.
To me, they
so
look like clothespins with faces.
Yeah, kinda. They look like they're basically like a carving of a nightcrawler. But the thing is, nobody knows where the hell these carvings are or what these pictures are from.
Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they're used as look at these though. But we're not actually. I couldn't find out where they're actually from.
I see.
From the couple places I looked up. Speaking of that, in the notes we give our, what are they called? Sources,
Mhm.
whatever. A couple of the links. I don't know which one specifically because I don't care. But one of them,
Thanks.
actually, probably all of them, I think, because it's the Nightcrawlers, has the 2 videos of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't write an article and not have the 2 videos of the Nightcrawlers. That's the whole thing.
Mm.
And the videos are so funny because they're just two pants. One pants is like 4 feet tall, walking, and then behind it there's always a 2 foot tall second pants. And the theory is either that's a baby pants, or it's a boy and a girl pants, and one of them is bigger, and they're always like in a dating pair, like swans.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah.
So they're like pantsing around all the time.
Sure.
The second sighting in Yosemite National Park. These cameras were set up to catch vandals stealing and damaging property, but instead they captured 2 ghost pants.
Whoa.
And this is essentially the same exact video. They come from one side and they walk to the other, except this time they're on a path in the woods instead of in front of a garage.
You know what? I don't know if I've seen that one. Or maybe
That
I
one's
have.
funny.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you probably have. There's only the 2. This one's fun.
I have there
I
there
like
was
that
one where it was a pool though. I've seen one where there was a pool. Oh, is there
I didn't find
is
that
there
one.
3
I think
videos?
No, I don't know. I've never seen that one.
Okay.
That was neat.
That one looks more like a puppet than anything.
Then there's one eyewitness account.
Oh.
Not a video. Someone saw him. This one takes place in Indiana, 2004, between the two. The first one, sometime in the 90s. The last one, 2011. This sighting, 2004. 17-year-old motorist. Motoring. Nighttime.
Motoring.
They look out. They see a strange, thin, white thingy walking around. They go, ugh. They see the Nightcrawler, but there's one main difference between this one and the other ones. Remember how those ones are 2 and 4 feet, and there's 2 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, this is one of them glued together. It's 6 feet tall.
Oh.
It's a big one, all alone, walking around. But not long after this motorist, another motorist, with a passenger, 2 old people, they see it. And they're all so bamboozled, they ended up, like, slowing down or stopping, so they ended up talking with each other and being like, what the heck? They all agreed, we have no idea what that is, so they left. Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, so that's one of the things. The Nightcrawlers, nobody's really scared of them or anything, because they're just pants. They're no
like
really good
pants
recordings. Yeah, there's nothing, no instances of, like, attacks or breaking things. They just walk.
It looks like they're just peaceful, like, out for a
Just
stroll.
walk around.
Doodads. Like, they're interesting.
They're kind of like a pigeon.
They're like a
Or a sparrow.
A pigeon?
They're just walking around. Dun, 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 dun. Because you know how pigeons do that bobby head thing? They look just like big idiots. That's the Nightcrawler.
I guess so.
Like big dumb idiots. If you should really look up the videos. They're really funny.
I wanted to look them up again because, like, there's something about them that's really cute and then something about them that's really creepy, but I still love them so much.
Yeah, I think they're very funny. They're good ones. Which leads us to whatever in God's name your next thing is. Is yours cute, scary, or funny?
Mine is a suggestion from Rusho. Again.
Ah, a classic.
A classic. We love you. Mine is the Gashadokuro.
Ooh.
You know what that is, right?
That's the big skeleton man, right?
It's a big skeleton man.
Nailed it.
So this yokai takes the appearance of a giant skeleton. It's supposed to be 15 times taller than the average person. It's said to be created from the bones.
It's pretty big.
Yes, it's pretty large. The depiction of them, like, is near a palace or whatever, and it's like super tall, terrifying. But yeah, it's supposed to be created from the bones of a masked. I don't know, the way that they described it was very weird. It was supposed to be like the bones of lots of people who died from starvation or battle and did not get buried. Or proper burial.
Buried?
Buried.
Burial, huh?
Burial? It's both.
Continue.
It's both.
Whatever.
Don't make fun of me.
Burial. I'm sorry, everyone. She's from Canada.
Shut up.
Whatever.
After they appear after midnight, so that they only appear at night. And they grab travelers and bite off their heads and drink their blood.
What the hell?
Yeah.
The hell?
Yeah, they're not nice. They're very violent. A telltale sign that a Gashadokuro is coming is when you're, of course, it would be like midnight, but like you'll hear the sound of ringing in your ears. You know that sound. You know that sound. Yeah. They're kind of... There's not really any way to just, like, hurt them or destroy them. And they can be invisible, kind of like the amygdala from Bloodborne. So, much you can do. You can... Okay, they do say that you can ward them off with Shinto charms. Who knows, really? But yeah. Super cool. It's like one of my favorite yokai because it's such a cool design.
Your favorite what? It's just a big skeleton, Christine.
Big old skeleton.
My favorite designed yokai.
It's just
big
so
skeleton.
Cool. Like the idea of
sometimes
a giant
its design is invisible.
I don't know. I like
God
it. I love it. It's really creepy.
No, it's goofy. There's a big skeleton. Jeez, mine's way cooler. My next one.
Oh.
Yeah? You ready for it?
Mhm.
The Loveland frog, or Loveland. I'm gonna go with Loveland,
Okay.
because it sounds funnier. The Loveland frog. Just kidding, I'm gonna go with Loveland. Ohio folklore. The Loveland frog, aka Loveland lizard, is a legendary humanoid spotted in Loveland, Ohio.
Humanoid?
Humanoid, yeah, so, looks, they got 2 legs, 2 arms, head.
Yeah, okay.
It's reptile or amphibious looking, thus the name. Spooky already, huh? I know. First spotted in 1955 in May. There are 3 tales, each varying slightly. All start off with a businessman or traveling salesman driving along an unnamed road at night in Ohio,
Wait.
scooting by. Do
I know this one?
In you might, who knows? Everyone knows this one. In one story, he's heading out of Branch Hill neighborhood when he spots 3 figures standing on their hind legs on the side of the road. They're 3 to 4 feet tall, leathery skin and frog faces. In the other 2 stories, they're under a poorly lit bridge. And the businessman, he stops, he watches them. He's like, what the hell? They have webbed hands, wrinkly heads where their hair should be. Big eyes and mouth ribbit. They didn't rib it, but I added that because they're frogs. They appear to be discussing something when one of the frogs does the unexpected. Can you guess?
What?
No, guess though.
He leaps?
Holy shit, of course not. He holds up his wand and sparks fly out of it. And the man drives away in horror. Ah!
He's a wizard. He's just been turned into a frogman.
Yeah, Loveland frogs are cool because they sound like just a frogman. And then they have a magic wand, so then you go, what the fuck, is that an alien? It's a classic. The next 2 stories are by policemen.
Mm-hmm.
On the 3rd of March, 1972, 1 a.m., Loveland police officer Ray Shockey, probably Shockey, was driving on Riverside Drive near the Totes Boot Factory. Actually, I think it was Tolls. My TV, I can't. It's a bad resolution TV, I'll tell you that much.
I'm sorry, mate.
We're gonna go with Tolls Boot Factory and the Little Miami River when an unidentified animal scurried across the road in front of the vehicle. The animal was fully illuminated in the vehicle's headlights. He described it as 3 to 4 feet long and 50 to 75 pounds with leathery skin. The animal crouched like a frog before it momentarily stood up. It climbed over the guardrail and back down towards the river. It was like, see ya.
Bye.
The second sighting, 2 weeks later, police officer Mark Matthews had an encounter of his own. According to the report, Officer Matthews, while driving into Loveland, spotted what he believed to be an injured animal lying on the pavement. Matthews climbed out of his cruiser with the intention of removing the carcass from the slick, icy road, but it lurched upwards into a crouched position. Taken aback by the frogman's reptilian visage, Matthews took out his gun and he went, pow! He shot at it because he's American. I can say that because I'm American. Which then proceeded to hobble over the side of the road and step over the guardrail again, all while keeping a watchful eye on him. Matthews, frogman, matched the first officer's description down to the last detail, with the exception of a tail, which was absent in the earlier reports. In the years which have followed these events, Matthews has reneged somewhat on this tale. He now claims that it was just a big reptile like an iguana. He further insists that the only reason he shot at it was to help confirm the prior officer's story. Whether or not Matthews' change of heart was inspired by ridicule or a fading memory of events from 30 years ago. Who cares? He's a liar. He saw a frogman. And he was embarrassed, so he said it was an iguana. Here's the next most realistic story.
Okay.
Local farmer sees Loveland frog cycling on a bicycle later that month.
Oh my god.
What the hell? These guys can use bikes? We're screwed. They have magic and a reliable form of transportation? What? We have no chance against these frog beasts. Some kids can't ride bikes.
I can't.
Oh, my fucking Christ, Christine. You poor thing. You're nothing compared to a Loveland frog.
No.
Do you have a magic wand, I hope?
Oh.
Bummer.
I used to when I was a kid.
Might want to get a new one. Some claim the legend goes back for centuries. This version of the legend has that the native Tweet people warned French explorers in the 17th century about a creature called the Shanahu.
Shanahu.
Wait, I'm sorry. The Shanahook. There's a C there. It looked like a third O. The Shanahook was a river demon described as a hybrid between a frog and a man.
Minus. Okay, can I say that all I can think about is kappas right now?
Yeah, you got the kappa, you got the frogman. There's a Chinese one. I forget what it's called because it's a very hard Chinese name that I only read about it once.
Okay.
I think it might be like water monkey translate or something odd. But there's a lot of water beasts that just hate it when you go to the water.
Well, because people drowned a lot, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. They get you.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
The Shanahook has dark and bumpy skin. It's also wrinkly and slimy.
Wait, do they touch it or?
I guess. I mean, he guards the riverbanks and chases anyone who comes into its territory. It's probably immortal.
Probably immortal.
Yeah, it's thought to be immortal. Because of some of the a lot of people think it's an alien because of the wand, which is really funny.
It says alien to you? Didn't say wizard to you?
Yeah. No, wizards aren't real, Christine. What?
Well, now that they're frog people, I might believe that wizards exist.
No, that's
you just gotta wait until you're like, what, 40, was it?
Oh, great. Yeah, you're telling... Oh, my God. Yeah. 40-year-old virgin becomes frog wizard. Confirmed. Christine, Occult Class 2018. Finally. Edgar Slotkin, a University of Cincinnati folklore professor, compares the legend to Paul Bunyan. It passes down through decades with the sightings that come in cycles, and no one can really find the original guy. It's traced back all the way to the 1920s. But actually, in modern day, some local farmers still see it. There's a recent report by a woman in the Ohio River near Evansville. She was attacked by a reptilian creature, but her and a bystander were able to fight it off.
Like, how attacked?
It got her, I don't know. It was like,
man,
all on her in the water. I'm gonna get ya! I assume grabbed her.
Okay, is this like...
At least touched her.
I wonder what this is like. Like, is it like... Did she describe...
Probably an iguana ran up and slapped her in the face.
Yeah, that's all I think about. I'm like, is it just a lizard that just ran up to you and it was like really large?
I'm thinking it ran up and like started to slap you and like tried to bite you, and you're like, stop it, lizard. And then a bystander came over and started throwing sand at it and said, shoot, shoot. It ran away. The most notable of recent sightings occurred August 3rd, 2006. Sam Jacobs and his girlfriend were playing Pokemon Go when they spotted what appeared to be a giant frog near Lake Isabella. I said Pokemon Go. I did. We continue. Jacobs was able to capture video of the creature before it disappeared. He later told news outlets, "We saw a huge frog near the water. Not in the game. This was an actual frog. Then the thing stood up and walked on its hind legs. I realize this sounds crazy, but I swear on me, Mom.
Can lizards do that,
Grace, this is true." The frog was about 4 feet tall, though.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I think they can't. I think there's only that weird. You know that one with big frill on his neck? Yeah, that he can run on his feet and stuff.
Yeah.
There's the ground on the water one. I don't think any North American
are only
lizards.
rainforest creatures.
That's what. Yeah, there's not many North American lizards to begin with, let alone or runny pants ones. Plus, this was a frog.
So this is in 2006. 16. Okay.
Yeah, Pokemon Go was not 2006, Christine. That just happened.
That's why I got confused, because you just said...
I might have said 6, but I meant 16.
Okay, because you did say 2006. So I was like,
Teen. Let's go back and hit the rewind button. August 3rd, 2016. See, it said right there, Christine. I was right.
Yeah. Let's see.
Good thing we did that recording. That's it, though. The Loveland Frog Monsters has been seen like 7 times. They got wands. Hang out in groups of 3. They loiter under bridges.
Like ogres.
Teens.
Goblins.
They're like teens.
They're like teens.
Hey, Gen Z.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start calling you Loveland Frogs.
That's mean.
Which doesn't make sense because the kids that actually loitered were like in the 90s.
Yeah, so
or younger. Like, no, I was only fucking 6 in the 90s. I was not loitering anywhere, Christine.
I was
like,
I don't know.
I was only 5 actually, technically, because by 2000 I was finally 6.
I was 7 then.
Yeah, no, I don't think we were loitering at any gas stations on skateboards. Little young. But I didn't. I tried to look up the Thai pygmy elephant, but I was too sleepy, and I could only find one article, which they think it's like the jackalope.
Oh, okay.
So it's a hoax. Like they took a shrew and put some little tiny little tusks on it.
Oh, it's that small?
Oh, it's teeny tiny. Yeah, it's like a cat or smaller. I can't remember
really
exactly.
Funny.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty small. Yeah, it's really funny. It's tiny. It's a teeny water elephant. That's the tail.
Neato.
Sounds neat. I'm gonna try to look into it more for next week. This week I only had about an hour to look into things, so I did 2 things that. No, it's fine. I just did 2 topics I had known prior about. Because I was like, what can I look up? Loveland Frog, hilarious. Nightcrawlers, adorable. So I picked those. I hope you guys enjoyed my great topics and Christine's giant skeleman and God story.
Yes.
I enjoyed them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, they're cool. I mean, I don't think it's designed well, the skeleton, but he's fun.
Well, I like Orochi. I love the design of Orochi, the second form that you fight him in Okami. And you go back in time, and he's like dripping with blood, and it's terrible and awesome, and I love it.
I'm pretty sure Toho did a movie about Orochi, so there's a big monster kaiju movie with a puppet of it.
Oh, speaking of that, did you know that there's a Godzilla monster in Okami?
Mothra?
No, that one with pollution?
Hedora's in Okami?
Yeah, if you go into the ghost boat or whatever,
Is there a little pollution tadpole in the water?
If the water is like high, you won't be able to see it. But if there's no water, in this one area, you can see this like horrible seaweed monster, and it looks exactly like it. It just its eyes are closed, so it looks kind of like New Pepo mixed with Hedora.
Hedora is one of my favorites. He's so funny. He's just a big trash monster. He's a big eye laser he shoots out of his eye. He's like Superman, but stinky.
It took me a while to figure out because I'm like, oh, what yokai is this? And I looked it up. I'm like, Godzilla.
Yeah, that's Hedora. He's a kaiju.
He's a kaiju. But when the water is up, he just like has like horrible hands that like slap you, and it's terrible.
Oh no, he smacks you.
That game is
just
awesome.
like Hedora.
There's so many cool stories. I recommend playing it and reading up on the stories that it references. Easton is actually all of his Easton stories are terrible and creepy.
Oh jeez.
He's kind of gross and tricks girls.
That's fine. That's whatever. Everybody does that back in the day. Fucking weird.
Stupid.
Loveland Frog doesn't kidnap anyone. He just dances with his funny sparkler underneath the bridge. Oh, it's a sparkler. Maybe he's just really into fireworks. Yeah. This is an alien. Oh my god, this is that episode of every anime where they go and do sparklers at the beach, but they're aliens, so they do sparklers under the bridge.
They're just having their anime moment, okay?
Come on, senpai, we won't see each other again.
And
oh my god, frogkatas. Sweet. God. Well, thanks again for watching. This was another impeccable episode.
If you want to leave some suggestions, put that down below in the comment section. We always love to hear from you guys, because you guys are awesome. That sounded way more professional than I wanted it to.
Please comment and say that Christine doesn't know how to eat ice cream correctly,
What?
please.
What?
Thank
You
you.
don't know how I eat ice
I'll see
cream.
you again next week.
You don't know how I eat. You could have said burgers.
Bye.